All right, on the road again. On the road again. You know what I'm saying? Classic. By one of the white boys with a little bit of soul in him. That boy Willie Nelson. You know what I'm talking about? Stoner, one of the most well-known stoners in the game. But with that being said, oh shit, you can't see nothing. God damn. Readjust what's going on. God damn. Alright. So with that being said, welcome to another episode of That Deep Shit. That Deep Shit. Deep Shit. Where we connect the dots. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about being an empath. I know this video is a little dark. Ain't too much I can do about that. Alright. So we're going to try to work with it. Forgive me. Alright. So, being an empath, I think empathy, the word empath comes from the word empathy, right? And empathy is something that I feel that everybody has from birth, but there are events that happen during our lifetime that chip away at that empathy. And what empathy means, if you look it up in a dictionary, it means relatable. When you can relate to someone, but they're not going to really go into detail on what empathy really fucking means. Now, I'm going to share a quick story, real quick. This came up in the study session the other day, but when I was younger, I worked for a program called the California Conservation Corps. So every month we would get paid, and every month we had to go to like every crew that was around the Bay Area or Northern California at that point would meet up at Mare Island in Vallejo to get our paycheck, and we would have different workshops. Now, this was to build, character and to build leadership and all that type of shit. So anyways, fuck all that. So, one of the workshops, it was this martial arts dude, and he was like, I'm going to teach you guys how to meditate. And I was like, hell yeah, I always wanted to know how to meditate. I always wanted to get into that. And, so he had everybody go outside the little bungalow or trailer, go sit in the grass, and we sat in a circle. That nigga's a cold fool. Motorcycle riders, man, y'all crazy, man. I might start riding a bike. I wouldn't be mad at that. Anyways, fuck all that. So yeah, so he was like, okay, I'm gonna show you how to meditate. So he wanted everybody in the group to close their eyes and imagine someone that they cared for. Someone that they loved dearly into their heart. So now, he had us think about that person for, 2 minutes. Then he said, okay, now keep your eyes closed, but take that image of that same person. Now imagine them going through excruciating pain, extreme torture, and you can't do anything about it. And he let us sit and think about that for 2 minutes. And he said, okay, now open your eyes. He said, that feeling that you felt, how did you feel? Oh, we felt blah, 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 blah. How did you feel, Kathy? How did you feel, Jim? How did you feel, Jamal? What about you, Jorge? How did you feel? How did you feel, Paco? How did you feel, Hakeem? So anyways, so everyone kind of like described how they felt and shit. I went back for a second. And, he said, well, to sum it up, that feeling that you felt inside, how you couldn't do anything for your loved one, that's empathy. That is the core of our essence. That's empathy. And I'm like, damn. That was the first time I was instructed and visualized something and really got it and understood. I mean, that was kind of like my first dealing with guided meditation, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, wow, that's dope. And ever since then, it's been owning, cracking, bucking. But yeah. So empathy, that's having compassion. It kind of goes deeper than compassion, But I think that we all are born with that. You know what I'm saying? And to give you an example of how we all are born with that, or maybe you guys can relate to this, maybe you can't. I remember. Have you ever had children? You know what I mean? And then there's adults, and then adults will start fighting and start arguing, even if it's not physical. Children, a lot of times, will start crying. Why do they start crying? Because they are feeling the emotions. Children are empaths. They feel how other people feel. They can feel it. It's strong. And they start crying because the feeling is so overwhelming they don't know how to process it because they're kids or they're toddlers, they're infants. They can't process handling all that strong emotion. They're absorbing all of that. So with that being said, everything you do around your child, no matter if you're doing it directly in their face, anything you're doing around them, they absorb it. Period. Anyways, moving on. So, yeah. So everybody's born empathic. That's why children cry. We lose this over time. I'm just recapping. I myself have always been a very strong empath. I never really lost that. I've always had that. And people will get mad at me because I'll be like, why are you mad? You know what I'm saying? Or why? I ain't mad. You can't read me. We need to stop trying to read people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I pick up on changes of emotion very easily, very quickly. Pick up on that. One thing that has helped me keep my empathic senses is being very observant or being trained to observe. Fortunately, a lot of the jobs that I've held has been jobs that require you to observe human behavior. So I've learned a lot by people watching. That's kept my empathic senses very, very, very sharp. Now, with that being said, relating to people really boils down to relating to yourself. The more you understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. Side note, you see how I looked over my shoulder as I merged into the lane? That's how you fucking drive. All you other...
In 1 mile, exit right.
Hey, listen. Just because you have a set of car keys and a car does not mean that you know how to drive. Alright? Okay? Looking over your shoulder is a part of driving. You should do it every time. Okay. I digress. Knowing yourself, the good, the bad, the strong, the weak, everything, and coming to grips and being honest with yourself,
exit right,
helps sharpen and maintain your empathic senses. Because once you do that, you'll start to realize that we're all
in 0.2 miles, turn left.
we are all more alike than we are not alike. You know what I mean? And with that being said, so you'll start to view others and observe others, and you'll start to see yourself in them. You start to see
turn
yourself
left.
in them. And that causes you to be more relatable to them, because you'll either see how you used to be, or you will start to see how you want to be or don't want to be. But you will start to see yourself in other people. the true meaning of reflection and relatability. For example, and this is no knock to people who smoke cigarettes, weed, hookah, whatever, vape pens, what the fuck ever you smoke. But everyone has a vice or vices. And when I see people smoking, I used to smoke. I smoked Black and Mild. I used to smoke like 3 Black and Milds a day. That's a lot. So whenever I see people smoking, I know that something is triggering their habit. People are not really... I mean, people are physically addicted to things like smoking, sex, food. It's all the same thing. And all of these things have triggers. So you're just but whatever chemical is in the food or whatever chemicals in the tobacco, marijuana, vape pen, nicotine, whatever, your brain says, hey, I'm stressing right now. I need that one chemical. And whatever chemical that is for you, it could be multiple chemicals. Just by habit, you go get it. When really, it's the trigger that keeps happening. So, anyways, I'm digressing. But what I'm saying is, when I see people doing that, I notice other things in them. That they're erratic drivers, that they're impatient. It's all because of nerves. And I used to get upset at bad drivers and people who are impatient. But then I started to see myself in them. So I'm not gonna lie, I still do get upset, but I don't stay upset. You know what I mean? So I'm learning to build more of a tolerance, and I'm learning to be more accepting of people and their vices and their faults because of empathy. You know what I mean? Empathy, man. Get your empathy game up. That don't mean be a sucker. You know what I mean? That don't mean be a pushover. That means just understand people. Because one day you'll need you're gonna want some understanding. Alright? Alright. With that being said,
2.2 miles, turn left.
I'm gonna turn left and I'm gonna sign off. Oh yeah, don't forget, log on to newmysteryschool.com. There you can find videos like these. If you like this video, you can find more like this there.
Turn left.
Oh, ooh, look, bad driver. And you can find tools for your ascension needs there. newmysteryschool.com. Log on.